Live, going live. Who's out there, guys? Let's see. All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Trying to do a live stream event here as I'm waiting for my wife. If you're out there, put a comment down below. Let me know. Put a comment here so I can read it. Appreciate everybody's support. And I figured that I answer a question that a lot of guys do. If you could hear me right, let me know. If you could hear me and see me, let me know in the comment section. But I figured that I take the moment here while I'm waiting to do kind of like a Q&A and talk to some of you guys out there and start doing this. This is one of the things that I was so excited about, having this mobile live streaming, because now it means that I could do live streams anywhere. So here I am waiting on my wife. She's gonna be in there for quite some time, and I figured that I'd come up here and I do this for a while. ZZYXX say he loves the video, keep it coming. Cool, man. I appreciate the support and I appreciate everything that you guys do for the channel. Truly appreciate that. So anyways, so real quick here before I get into Q&A, if anybody has questions, definitely put them in the comment section in a minute. But I continue to get this question all the time. I got to make sure that I'm looking at the camera. There we go. I continue to get this question all the time, and to me, it's kind of simple. I remember in the military, some of the Marines out there, Semper Fi, people used to say, and of course, my phone goes down. This is what happened when I don't have the proper equipment. But people used to say things like, hey, you know what? I want to lose weight, or what do I do? And the simple answer was, the simple question to the answer was simple. Lose weight. I want to run more. What do I do? Well, I want to get better at running. Had to hold my cell phone. There we go. I want to get better at running. What do I do? Run more. I want to get better at pull-ups. What do I do? Well, do more pull-ups. The simple fact is that when you want to get better at something, you just got to practice that. You got to work towards that. Nothing is easy. So I get a lot of young kids here that watch me, a lot of, some of the guys in the audience, trying to join the Marine Corps and things like that, and constantly get this, I constantly get this question like Joshua just say, I want to lose weight to become an MP. And my answer is simple, man. How much do you want it? You got to do what you got to do. Obviously, don't be unhealthy. Obviously, don't go and do stupid things out there when you don't eat for days, because that's not going to help you out. That's going to make you weak. That's not going to help you out at all. And that's going to be, you may lose 10 pounds very, very quick, but you're not going to lose a lot of weight. Do it the right way, but work hard on it. Work hard on it. Maybe you have to eat less. People tell me all the time, I can't believe you gain weight and this and that. How do you do? Yeah, I know why I gained weight since I left the military. Because one, I barely exercise like I used to, and I eat like crazy sometimes. So that's the answer right there. I'm being lazy. But I remember being in the Marine Corps, and I remember having that discipline where, hey, you know what? I got a PFT, a physical fitness coming up. Or I'm going to Afghanistan, and I need to make sure that I train myself for that. I need to make sure that I'm in a great physical shape. Not only, a lot of you guys are thinking the military, joining boot camp. I'm talking like going to Afghanistan, where we potentially, and we saw combat, we want to be in the best shape. The same thing to Iraq. We want to be in the best shape out there to be able to survive. One of the crazy things that I see here in the community is that people are always talking about guns. And I was talking to a guy the other day, and I was saying, look, man, a lot of guys concentrate a lot about equipment, but the reality was that when I was in the Marine, this guy was in the Marine too. We concentrate a lot in our bodies. We concentrate a lot in making sure that we were a weapon. Making sure that we were ready to face a situation physically. So to me, that's one of the biggest thing too. So again, if you can't walk 3 miles, or you can't walk a mile, are you really going to survive a situation? You're probably not. You're probably going to go down and that rifle that you're carrying is going to be too heavy, and it's going to take you out of the fight. So for some of you guys out there that are planning to join the military, just keep in mind that that's just how it is. They want you to be in good shape because you have to be able to perform to that ability, you know? So how do you lose weight? You know, I'm too fat to be in the Marine Corps. Well, lose weight. You know, put yourself in your program. There's a bazillion channels in here that teach you how to exercise. Put yourself in a program. Put yourself in self-discipline and start working hard on it. You know, start eating less. Start drinking water. Start exercising. And again, you don't have to be crazy about it. You don't have to like hurt yourself about this. But start making a difference. You know, just start. I hear a lot of excuses sometimes. You know, I hear people saying, "Hey, you know what? I want to do this, but this. I want to do that, but that." And sometimes you just got to do it, man. You know, how much do you want it? Do you want it? You want to be part of this? Do you want to join the service and be part of the United States Marine? Work for it. It's not free. It's not free. You know, when you go for 3 months and you gain that, you know, you earn the title of Marines. I mean, it's not free. If you want it, you're going to have to work for it and go and get it. I mean, it's not going to be given to you. So, anyways, just wanted to come out here for a little bit, talk a little bit, you know, like I always do. Sometimes I get in trouble for talking. I like talking so much that I made a YouTube channel so I can just come here and talk. So, again, let me know what you think. You guys put comments down here. If you guys got a question or anything, put it in the comment section, and I get to see it here and I answer it. But everything's going pretty well here in the channel. We have seen a lot of growth lately. You know, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing what we're being able to do. And now with this live streaming, it's just awesome because now we could live stream anywhere. And I'm not planning to do this all the time. I think the last one that I did was, I want to say it was last Saturday, too. But again, you know, it gives me the ability to come here and talk for a little bit and get some people to participate. So let me see something live. So, all right. So let me know if you guys got a comment. Put it in the comment section. There's about 15 people watching. I appreciate that. If you like this video, definitely like it. And I'm trying to mess through the setting here. And okay, there we go. I'm missing a bunch of comments. All right, let me see. All right, so some kind of way I had the comments kind of like turned off or something. And now they're coming. Okay, Bernie say, how old was I when I joined the Marine Corps? I turned 21 in the Marine Corps, so I joined as 20. Run thing. I joined as 20 and I turned 21 in the Marine Corps. So okay, big shout out to Anthony's. Says, hoorah, brother, keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I appreciate your support. Big shout out to Kyle out there, great dude, always supporting the channel. So big shout out to you as well, my brother. Semper Fi to Drake, thank you for watching. Gonzalez, buenos dias. I've been trying to teach my little boy buenos dias. So every morning I go like buenos dias, and he's only 4, so he gives me like a look, right? All right, so if you touch the screen, the comments show up. So okay, got it. Sorry, my God. I started my life. Got to lose. Okay, Victor was talking about how he lost 70 pounds and re-enlisted that in 7. I got it, man. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to hold the cell phone here. I need to get a better assistant to be able to see these comments and things like that. Big shout out to Steve. He was 17 when he joined the Marine Corps. Was 130 pounds. Graduated at 160. So he was one of the skinny guys. I was a fat recruit, and you know what? That's a good topic. And again, I don't even know if they do that now. So that would be something to ask somebody. Come on, phone. But when I joined, they used to have the diet recruits, and if you were fat or considered overweight, Maybe I shouldn't use fat. That's like kind of mean. But if you were overweight, there we go. All right, stay. If you were overweight, they will put you in this thing where it's you will be, in some type of diet, and you lose weight while you were in boot camp. I lost 47 pounds in boot camp. But if you were really skinny, they put you in double meal kind of thing, and then again you will gain weight. So that happened a lot to a lot of guys. So yeah, there we go. Ski was a double rat. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't a fat recruit, man. I think I missed it by like a pound, but I don't even know why I wasn't like a diet recruit that they called him. But again, I still lost 47 pounds in boot camp, so that was good. Okay, so comes to find out that I had to touch the screen in order to be able to see the comments, which I don't like that. Given said, what is the line score for infantryman for the ASVAB? I have no idea, man. I really don't. I know that I took mine twice in order to be able to be an MP. I had to take it twice. So that's going to be up to you. If you don't like the score, or if you don't score enough to be an infantry guy, take it again, man. Just take it again. So, but I really can't remember what it was. Maybe I want to say that maybe to be an MP was like a 36 or something. I don't even remember. So Anthony Vargas says, what do I think about the P11? Nope. Find the comment. Okay, I have no idea where that comment went. I think it was the P111 G2 Taurus, maybe. Oh, there we go. What do I think about the P111 G2? I don't think anything, man. I don't have one, so I haven't shot it, and I couldn't tell you. I think my boss has one, and he likes it, but I couldn't tell you anything. I know the Taurus have, it's kind of like the Keltic, they have fanboys. Some people like it, some people hate it. To me, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't put rounds down range, and I get a good feel for it. I really don't have an opinion. Uncle Teeny say, I enjoy the videos. Love you, brother. Well, love you back, brother. I appreciate your support. And it just amazed me that you guys take the time to come here and watch the videos and be part of the community. It's just awesome. To me, it's awesome. I got to keep pressing the screen to see the comments, man. That's kind of, let me see. Maybe I, old. All right, stay. There we go. All right, so yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by and definitely putting comments and watching. It is, like I said in the past, it's not a lot of work, but it is time consuming. Editing videos and things like that could take some time to do. And but then again, it's a lot of fun to do it as well. I'm in the process of doing some changes to the channel. There's a couple of cameras that I want to buy. Obviously, I have to wait for the right time, right? Because this thing doesn't make a lot of money. But I have to wait for the right time to get them. But I think that it would increase the quality once I get them. Once I get it, it's just going to be one. It's going to be the Canon 80D DSLR. I have one. I have a DSLR. I got a Nikon D5200, which is okay. That's how I do I do a lot of the B-rolls and things like that. I use that camera, and it's okay, but it's not working too well. And then I got another camera that is a mirrorless camera. It's a Sony A5100, and I mean the quality is just amazing, man. What a great camera, but it overheats. Apparently, this mirrorless cameras have overheating issues. So what happened is that, every time I'm recording, and I do batches, I record for a few minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes, and then the camera overheats. So I have to wait until it cools down to record again. I mean, it's just a pain. So looking forward to increase the cameras, to buy some other cameras out there. or to get a better camera for the channel. I mean, truly looking forward to it. So let's see when is that going to be possible. So again, other than that, Ski C Canon 80D MSRP 1199. Yeah, man. Actually, I went into Canon right now to the. If you go to the website and you go into which ones, the ones that break and they fix, they have one right there. I almost bought it yesterday. 18 to 55 lens, and obviously the camera broke, but they had to fix it, and then they give you like a year warranty or something like that, and you get a discount, and it was about $850. But again, man, you know, yeah, $1,200. Ouch, man. You're right about that. You're right about that, man. It costs a lot of money, and it's not like this pays a lot of money, but I do make money out of the channel. So it would be good to get a camera that I could use, you know, better than the ones that I have right now. It's kind of like the Marine Corps, man. You have to have good tools to be able to create this. I go through a lot of pain because of the fact that sometimes I don't have the right tools to make these videos. Like right now, my computer, I bought my computer back in 2010 when I was in Camp Hansen, Japan. And even though I was staying in the Staff and CO Bears, the room was, you know, the room was pretty small. But I mean, I wasn't going to complain. The Marines room, the sergeants and below rooms were like really crappy too. So to me, the staff sergeant room was like really nice. But I bought a computer that had a 27-inch screen. And the reason why I did that was to have it as a computer, but also as a TV, right? And I did that. And the computer was fantastic. But now, you know, fast forward 2017, almost 6 and something years ago, I think it's an i3 iMac. Nowadays are i7. And I think I got 4 gigs of RAM. Right now they run all the way into 32 gigs of RAM. I mean, the computer's like really slow. So I'm going to have to invest on that too. And you know, when you do a video a week, it's probably not a big deal. Definitely not a big deal at all. But when you're producing 4 or 5 videos a day, I mean, not a day, I'm sorry, a week. And then, you know, I'm doing one for the Pastor on Call channel. The videos that come out on Tuesday, I edit those videos. And then I'm doing 2 for the wife. You're looking about 7 videos a week. When you produce 7 videos a week, man, and the computer's slow, it's a pain. But so hopefully this year we're going to invest on that too. So better camera and better computer to be able to do the video. So I kind of give you guys an insight on the on the channel kind of thing. Some people think that you just, you know, some people come here and think that you don't do much, but it's a lot to do here. Let's say Beretta 9mm USA is in the house. You guys got to check out Beretta 9mm. I'll say it every time I see him here. It's awesome. You know, former Marine, deputy, and the coolest thing is that he has a lot of guns, and he has a lot of cool guns. I wish I would live close to him. And he does great videos with his son, and they put out great content. And I was actually going to email you, sir, one of those days, because I was going to do that. What is it? The Olight weapons mounted light. What is it? Victory 2 or whatever it is. The one that you did the review and kind of snapped out of the gun and damaged the gun. I got one here for review, and I'm not really even sure if I'm going to do it or not. Let me get the comments here. But again, hopefully, I was going to ask you some questions about that, because I'm kind of dealing with the company, and I wanted to know your take on that. But let's see. You can remember last channel. All right, so Beretta 9 has an AX100 4K Handycam, no overheating issues. All right, I'm gonna check out that camera as well. Definitely gonna check out that camera. We're going to turn. All right, more. Victor says more guns and training videos equals more subs. You know what, man? Yeah. The thing about that is not so much putting the video at the beginning. It's trying to get a video to ranked. And a lot of times when you do videos about guns, and they rank really good, it's going to bring a lot of views to the channel. So you're definitely right. But with that said, making videos about guns costs money. And I see this is what I see. I'll give you guys an intake on this. So I see companies emailing me, like maybe a month ago. I had a company that emailed me and said, look, man, I want you to review my ammo. I want you to, we're going to send you some ammunition for you to shoot in the channel. And to me, it was like, that's great, because I want to have an ammo sponsor, right? I want to have somebody that is going to send me some ammo for free. Why not, right? It's going to help me with the cost. So, but I said, before I review your ammo, before I do anything with this, I'm going to have to shoot at least, and I can't remember how many rounds I said, but I said something like 400 to 500 rounds for me to be able to review your ammo. I won't say your ammo is good until I put at least 400 or 500 rounds. I said something like that. Don't call me exactly in the number. I can't remember if it was 400 or 500. That's it. Never again heard from the company. Never again. The company disappeared. But then after that, I see a lot of YouTubers with the company out there and putting videos and promoting this company. And to me, it's kind of like, some guys out there would do anything they want to do for ammo. They would do anything they want to do for equipment. So you got to be really careful, because some guys out there would put any information out there in order to make a video about a specific equipment. So I'm very detailed to that. So to go back to the guns and all that, I don't even know why the comments are not showing. But to go to that, yeah, I like doing gun reviews, but until I don't put the amount of ammo, until I don't put the amount of time that I need to put through that gun to be able to give a good advice, I just won't do it. So I'm very picky when it comes to gear, and that's something that I started to do a while ago, because at the beginning, just like anybody else, I didn't decide to be a YouTuber. I wasn't like, I'm gonna make YouTube for a living. Now that I do, but my channel is gonna grow. I didn't decide to do this. I started to make videos because I was injured in the house, just sitting there, not doing much. And I started to make some videos, and those videos, people started listening, and next thing I know, I go from 50 subscribers to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 36,000 right now. And I realized that I had to be really careful with what I said, because you guys are out there taking notes, and you guys are out there purchasing these things that I'm talking about. So because of that, I'm very picky. I don't want you to waste your money in something that is crap. Like I say, I work 6 days a week right now. So there I am working all day long, come home, make videos. I know you work too. I know you put a lot of hours. I know you have a family. I know you don't have the money to spend in some things. So you're gonna buy something that then is crap. So I'm gonna value you guys' money for you. I'm not gonna, if I see something that is crap, I'm gonna say that it sucks. So that's just how it is. So let's see who's out there. I got a pressing here to see the comments. So Alright, so check out 9mm USA, awesome channel, like I said. Check out Cactical Main. Man, I gotta learn how to say your channel. He's starting to put videos again. Great dude. Yeah, there we go. Victor says 500 rounds is nothing. You're right, man. You're right. I started with 500 rounds. Can you imagine? I asked for 500 rounds to start. And then from there, it was supposed to be a sponsorship where they continue to send me rounds. It obviously didn't happen because they didn't even reply back. But can you imagine some of those guys out there putting videos and advertising this gear that probably what they got was probably 50 rounds? Let me tell you something. This thing right here is powerful to companies. And I'm being pretty honest from the beginning. And obviously, I learned this as I go. Companies are trying to make money out of the channel. So when I tell you guys, when I say something like, all right, Optics Planet send me sites. Obviously, I got the sites for free. Obviously, it's going to cost me money. I mean, they didn't pay me for the review. So I have to go out there. I have to shoot the rounds. I have to do all this. I have to edit a video. You know, it takes me a few hours to do all that and edit the video, record the video and all that. Obviously, it's going to take me time to go shooting and things like that, right? But when I say, usually what I say is that what I ask is things that I want anyway, you know? It's things that I've been looking for quite some time, things that I really want, but for whatever reason, I haven't bought it because I don't have the budget, I don't have the money, or whatever it is. So when I put that in the channel, the companies are expecting to make money out of that. So because of that, and I know that for a fact, because of that, they're expecting a return. You know, free advertising. You know, I'll put a video out there, the video gets 1,000 views to 1,000 views. Now companies are like, great, we sell 1% and we're gonna make money. So don't think they're being, you know, really nice and sending something. I mean, obviously there's good companies out there, but ultimately they're gonna make money out of that. So I came to the decision that I'm gonna make sure that I say the right thing, or at least give my honest opinion, so you don't waste your money. That's kind of what I'm going with that, you know. I don't want you guys to waste your money, but yeah, man, you know, 500 rounds is pretty much nothing. And then you see YouTubers out there making videos and you know, advertising companies that they barely put 50 rounds through it. So yeah, you got to be really careful. I talked about this since the beginning, man. We got to protect our ears, and we got to be careful who we listen to a lot, you know. Big shout out to Tim Fay. Appreciate your support, sir. I mean, it's awesome to have you here as part of this community. It's just amazing. XD38 was talking about the Army picking the SIG P320. Any word on the Marines? I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything about that. You know, Marines MARSOC, I think they went for the Glock 19s, but I haven't heard anything about the regular people. I'm sure it's going to trickle down, and I'm sure it's going to take like forever to be able to change that, to change. If anybody knows the time, put it in the comments, because I got my phone here. I'm looking at the time, looking for the time. All right, so thanks for the shout out. Personally, I don't trust. Yeah, so Beretta 9 said he doesn't trust the PL2. Personally, don't trust it at all after breaking the end of the frame on my PPQ in 40. So essentially, if you haven't watched the video, he was shooting down range and the light just came out, like just snapped out of the gun, damaged the PPQ, which is not a cheap gun, and you know, it just did some damage. So now that I have some time here, let me give you the feedback on this. So I see Beretta 9mm with this video, and I have one full review on the channel, right? And I'm thinking to myself, wow, this light is no good. So, but anyways, I got in the house, so I took it out with the Glock 19, and I put 100 rounds through this light, and the light is working fine. So I keep doing some research. And I said to, you know, I hear that apparently it's doing really well for the Glocks. But anything, obviously the Glock have that mounting system, right? But anything else, like a Picatinny rail or anything like that, is having issues. So now I got to test a light that could potentially damage one of my pistols. I mean, that's a no-go, man. You probably, I'll be like, no. What am I going to do this for? So based on those videos, here's the take on it, because, you know, I'd like to tell you guys how it is, right? So based on those videos, I email Olight, and I said, listen, your light is having a lot of issues. You know, there's videos in the internet that are showing the light snapping out of the pistol. You're snapping out. I mean, obviously, you know, first of all, Beretta 9mm is a great channel, and he's an honest guy. You could just tell by seeing his channel. And, you know, one of the things about here is that you could see, I mean, we've been doing this for years. You can see the years, and you can see some of the guys that know what they're doing, and knowing, you can see the background. And Beretta 9 runs a great channel. So I said, look, you have a pistol, that you have a light that is hard to recommend when the stream light is only a few dollars more and it has a great reputation. This is what I could do for you. So I tell the company, right? I say, this is what I could do for you. You send me ammunition, and and I could go out there and test the light. And the reason why I do that is because now, knowing that the light has so many issues, you have to run a couple of hundred, maybe 1,000 rounds through a pistol to make sure that you say, no, you know what, this light is good, it's working great. I put 400 or 500 rounds of 45, I put 200 rounds of 40, and I put 300 rounds of 9mm, and it's showing that it's a good, dependable light, right? I'm not going to pay for that ammo. I'm not going to spend $500 to test a light that is going to pay me a video. It's probably going to give me $5. I mean, it doesn't work out that way, right? And all I reply back, and they say no. They say no. And in fact, I don't know if the guy was being kind of rude, but he ended up the video by saying that he was tired. I'm tired of this. And I was like, okay, wow, well, I gave you guys the opportunity. I gave you guys the opportunity to have your light tested and kind of like fix your product and, kind of have a good, honest review. But if you guys don't want to do it, don't do it. So at this point, I don't even think I'm going to review the light. Or I may do a video and tell the story, because I know this is a long video, so not everybody's going to watch it. May give some of the specs and may tell the story of what happened with the light and let you guys decide. Maybe use it kind of as a form, because what happened when you put the videos, a lot of guys come and put comments, and you can see that form, you can see the comment and the experience that everybody's having. But again, the light seems to be not good, and the company didn't want to back it up, So, I mean, it is what it is. I got several other lights. I don't need to stress out about the PL2 from All Lights. So that's the story on that. Definitely that's how it went. All right, let me see some of the comments. I'm trying to go through the comments. Thanks. I mean, here Beretta 9mm talking about his PPQ being broken. Man, I would have been so mad. Tim said you have integrity, JH6. Man, glory to God, dude. Okay. Thanks, brother. I can't wait. Catty man saying, he came late. What calibers of the 500 rounds? I was trying to get different calibers just so we could test, the light through a 45. Mainly because the MMP 45 has that Picatinny rail. So again, I would have been able to test the Picatinny rail, and then 9mm maybe test the Glock and different system with the light mounted. Victor said 258. Thanks a lot, brother. I need to using the phone here. I can. Tim says thanks for the shout out. He's humble. Thanks, man. I get humble all the time in the channel when I meet some of you guys and I talk to some of you guys. There's a guy that wants. There's a guy that I've been talking to, and we were supposed to meet up, and I just emailed him this morning. And because it's really close to me, man, and I feel really bad. I've been working 6 days a week, and then Sunday's church day and family day, and I just haven't had the opportunity. And sometimes I talk to some of you guys, and they go, "Hey, let's go to the range," and this and that. And I feel like I'm like, man, I don't want to feel like I'm better or I'm being a prick. I've been working 6 days a week, and it's kind of hard to make any time to go out. Maybe one day when we be full-time YouTubers and we make a ton of money here, I have time to do that. I don't have to work 6 days a week. right? That it's gonna be a long time before that happens. Uh, Beretta said contact Frito Ammunition. Man, I contact them a while ago. I didn't have any luck with them. But if you know somebody, yeah, help me out. Hook me up. So if you know somebody up there that you could email, that would be awesome. Let's see. Rudy said, if a company's not willing to send you a product for free, then don't trust the product. Yeah, man. You know, and I didn't really. I don't know if this is. I said this many times. I don't like doing product reviews. I really don't. To me, they're boring in a way. Unless I'm really excited about the gear, I just don't like doing them. I prefer to like do videos where I do commentary and I talk and that's it. I that's what I like to do. But a lot of times I do the product reviews because first, you guys want to see it, and second, they become searchable items or searchable content, and in the long way brings a lot of views to the channel. So that's kind of why I do them. But I would prefer just to talk. I wish I should have done a podcast versus a YouTube channel, I guess. Let's see. Okay, Beretta Knight says Olay was very angry at us. Man, I mean, and again, I'm not really talking bad or anything. He was upset. He was really upset because of my reply. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to take a gun, shoot 50 rounds, shoot a box through it, and say, this is the best light ever. I'm not going to do that. You know what? I was planning to put a couple of 100 rounds through it as I shoot, like, for example, I just shot the Glock 19, right? I got the TFX sight. So I was planning, I shot 100 rounds through it. I got a couple of other reviews coming up. So switching the light to continue to put rounds through that light, right? But again, and it takes time. So, but I kind of give them that offer just because the negativity. I say, look, man, I would torture test the light, and they didn't want to, and the guy was kind of upset. But it is what it is, man. You know, you can bid a stream. You just can stream light. The TLR ones are such a great lights for such a good price. You know, you're looking about what, $120, $100, $110 around there. You get 800 lumens out of a TLR1 HL. I mean, just an outstanding light. So to beat that, you're gonna have to bring something into the game. You know. Ethan says, is that a good idea to join us at high school? Of course it is. Yes. Don't waste any time. Listen, finish high school, have your boot camp day, and go. Do not waste time. Don't stay home. Don't play video games. You're wasting time. You're going to get demotivated. Your boys are going to confuse you. Your boys are going to tell you to stay. Just go. If you graduate the 16 and you can live on the 20 on that Monday, I don't know what days are going to be, but do it. And here's what I'm going to promise you. And some of the Marines here will tell you. You will come back and your boys will be doing the same thing that they were doing when you left. I'm telling you, man, I spent 11 and a half years in the Marines. You will come back 2 years from now and you'll be like, what are you doing? I'm living with my mom. Okay. Come back 5 years from now. What are you doing? I'm living with my mom and going to college. 10 years from now, what are you doing? I'm still living with my mom and trying to finish college. And you're going to be like, what the heck, man? How long is college? You know, I'm already a Marine for 10 years. I got a college degree. I've been in combat 3 times. And you're still living with your mom? I'm telling you, your boys are going to be doing the same thing. I experienced that, and many Marines experience the same thing. So, let's see. Okay, thanks. Teddy says, praise the Lord. Of course, man. Glad to have you here. Thankfully, Walter fixed the PPQ and 40 by replacing the frame for us free of charge. Wow, that was great. So, Beretta 9 was able to replace the frame of the pistol for free. That's awesome, man. Let's see. Time of year. Somebody derpy said, what makes a good Marine Corps officer? The best Marine Corps officer is the one that listens to the staff NCOs. So as you guys know, you have enlisted and officers. Once you become an enlisted Marine, and you do, you become a corporal and a sergeant, you are an NCO, non-commissioned officer. Once you become a staff sergeant and above, you become a staff NCO. Let's say a platoon, a section, right? A section is going to have a platoon commander or a section commander. Let me break it down for civilians. And that's going to be an officer. And it's going to have a staff NCO, a staff sergeant, or a gunny as a platoon sergeant. So the problem is that the platoon commander, probably being in the Marine Corps, 2 months, because he's a lieutenant. The staff sergeant being in the Marine Corps maybe 10 years, or maybe more, or maybe just a little bit less. So essentially the staff sergeant knows his job, the lieutenant doesn't. So if he wants to be a good officer, he needs to listen to the staff NCOs. The problem that we have is that you see a lot of staff NCOs that don't know their job. They crap, they don't do, they're lazy, they get fat and this and that. And then they put a run, they give the young officers a bad example. And then when they become lieutenant colonels and colonels, they treat the staff NCO like crap. Because again, they had a bad experience with the staff NCO. So a good officer is important. They do great things. And if they're really good, they will listen to the staff NCOs, to the good staff NCOs. Hopefully that makes sense, that answer. Tim said, you turn me into the TLR. Man, the TLR is a great gun. I mean, a great light. And I don't subscribe to the philosophy of, I only need 200 lumens for home defense. I subscribe to the philosophy of the more lumens you get, the better. So you want to be able to see everything in there. Don't wait for sure. Thank you. Ethan said that really helped. Life goes too fast. That's so true, man. Yeah, Rudy said the best military officers from experience are the ones that were enlisted before. That's such a true statement, man. Yeah, that's great. So there's what? I never realized how good officers or how much the Marine Corps needed officers until I went into Afghanistan, and I was part of the command element with some of you guys are Marines. Look at this. I'm talking about being too fat, and I got Taco Bell drink. Okay, that's funny. Here's the video, guys, if you're watching. If you don't want to get fat, don't be eating the big box from Taco Bell. So I went there as I was a sergeant in 2010, and some of the officers in the command element did a fantastic job. There was an officer there named Colonel Killian, and Colonel Killian, they used to call him the Killer. I mean, that dude was insane. I could tell you some stories in person if I ever meet you. I won't tell you here. That dude was crazy. And that dude was an awesome officer. Awesome. So working there, it gave me a different view of officers. And I realized how much we need officers in the military. Typically, young Marines deal with lieutenants. And lieutenants are new in the Marine Corps. And they don't know anything. But some of the lieutenant colonels, and they're great officers out there. So let's see. Yeah, I know that. Butterbart. If I would tell you how many times as a staff sergeant, I told a Butterbart to, sir, it's time to do this. Tim said that was a staff sergeant equal in the Army during NAM. Yeah, man, we appreciate your family's service. And I always said this as a military member. And I did 2 tours in Iraq, 7 months apiece. I did 6 months in a ship. I spent 12 months in Afghanistan. I spent 15 months, something like that, in Okinawa, which Okinawa is not really, I don't count that as a deployment, but I was away from my children. So it was kind of hard now to see them. I mean, dude, the families do a fantastic job, man. So I always tell the family, hey, you know what? Thank you for what you did too, because it's hard to grow up with your father being gone. I see my children now, and I think about that. It's hard, and not only that, they have to deal with me. You know, you come from deployment, and if you see combat, I mean, let's face it, guys. Some of you guys out there, let's face it, we are interesting people to deal with. You know, especially some of those old devil dogs out there. We are just interesting dudes, right? So I'm gonna call it interesting guys. So you know what? It's families do make a lot of sacrifices. So if you are a dependent, you know, a family member from your dad was in the Marine Corps, Army, Coast Guard, whatever, I don't care, service. Thank you too, man. I know you guys make some sacrifices as well. So Victor said, best officer is the one that was an NCO. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. I actually wanted to be a lieutenant. You know, I wanted to be an officer when I came from Afghanistan. I was 200 pounds, lean and mean, you know, ran a 273 PFT, so I was getting ready for that. And I had to have back surgery, and I was done. Marine Corps career was done right there. So Half Dog says, I wanted to enlist when I was 18. When I was 19, I decided it wasn't for me. Well, if you want to stop being a half dog and be a devil dog, let us know. I'm just kidding, man. That was too good, dude. That was just too good, right? Yeah, man. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I enlisted because I have no other choices. I mean, I did horrible in high school. I went to night school. I did so many dumb stuff when I was a kid that to me and my family we were poor. I mean, we have nothing. At the age of 15, we had to work to buy our stuff. So to me, it was just you know, one of the only choices that I had. And I'm glad I took that choice. Anyways, anybody out there that could give me a time check will be appreciated. Danny says, dímelo, mi gente. You live in Florida? Yes, man. I'm close to Daytona Beach, a little city called Palm Coast City. So, Matthews representing from Camp Schwab. Man, I was never able to say that, Schwab. We were pretty close. I was in Camp Hansen, 2010, 11. Okay, let's say this. October of 2010 or November of 2010 to February of 2012. There we go. And then I got orders to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, PMO, and I was retired from there. Gim said Gim Gick says his brother went after high school, 23 years old. Retires at 23 years and retires at E9 with a master's degree. That's amazing, man. You know what? He's set now. Matthew says, my mom tells me I am special. I am special too, brother. That's a Marine thing. I know what you're saying. I got you. Alejandro said, thanks for your service. Kathy said 318. Oh man. 318. Okay, I gotta let you guys go. Half Dog says, LOL, nice one. I respect you so much. Thank you for serving the country. All right, I'm glad you took it as a joke, man. That was funny. That was really funny. I appreciate your service too, man. And I appreciate, you know, the time that you take here to come here and watch videos and things like that. And here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna say this to end this. If you're out there and you don't want to join the service, like, you know, some guys say it's not for me, like Half Dog, it's not for me. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There are so many different things that you can do. You know, just being a regular freaking a good person of our society is good enough. You know, there's so many scums out there. You know, guys that are making, they don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. All they want to do is collect freaking warfare and not do a freaking thing. They don't want to work. They don't want to provide. I mean, they don't want. They are too lazy to open a door for an old lady coming inside a place. You know, I mean, sometimes just being a good person, man. So you know what? Let's be a good people. Let's be good people. You know, let's be nice to people. Let's say hello. Let's say good morning. You know, sometimes I force myself. You know, sometimes I'm like, you know what? This guy is like, you know, something weird about this dude, but you know what? Bless the Lord. I call to show Jesus love through me. So I say, you know what? Good morning. You know, I smile because we just want to do good things. You know, there's too many channels here, too many channels and too many people here just preaching hate and preaching separation and preaching, you know, laughing at each other. I mean, so what? You got a high point. You know what? You can't afford a Glock, so you bought a high point. Good for you, man. You know what? Save your penny, and when you could buy something better, do it. But meanwhile, do it with what you got, man. You know, do it with what you got. So we just gotta be nice to each other, man. That's my thing on it. All right. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm gonna go, guys. Let me just check some of the comments here. I too, Corporal. Oh, okay, Matthews too. Hey, Matthews, what year you took Corporal's course in Hanson? I remember seeing the Corporal's thing in Corporal's course there. Okay, Danny's in Miami. Man, I go to... Oh, the only reason why I go to Miami is to eat Cuban food, man. Chicharrones. There we go. If you know what that is. Glad I could do this live stream. Thanks for that. Okay. All right, Kathy says, glad to be part of the live broadcast. Hey, I was talking to Kathy, man, was it today or yesterday? We were talking in person, and I was telling him about this. This is exactly what I was telling you, brother. 2002. Okay, Matthew was in 2002. Oh, man, you were taking Corporal's course. I was in boot camp, dude. So, have you been... okay, so last question. I'll be out of here. Kara say, have you been a recruiter or DI? No, I was not. That would have been my next step. And what that is a B billet. B billets are done in order to be competitive for promotion. So if you become a recruiter or if you become a DI and you pass, you do good, successful B billet, most likely you're going to be extremely competitive for promotion. That's why guys go, and that's why they would do anything they have to do, because if you fail, if you don't have a successful tour as a DI or recruiter, your career is pretty much done. So that's why recruiters do whatever they have to do, because their careers will be done. Specifically as a sergeant, to get promoted to staff sergeant. Now, I was able to get promoted to staff sergeant without a B billet because I had so many combat deployments that was good. But for gunnery sergeant, having a B billet would have helped me a lot. Definitely for master sergeant and master gunnery sergeant. So that was going to be one of my next steps. But obviously I got hurt and had to get out of the Marine Corps. But with that said, yeah, that's just something that you may have to do in as you continue to your career. All right, so Danny bought the SIG P320. I kind of influenced him on buying that. He says phenomenal. Great, man. I'm glad you like it, dude. Now go and buy something else. That's just how he goes. All right, guys. So, anyways, appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate the support. Stay tuned because we got a lot of videos coming up. I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 of this a week because it's cool and it gives me the ability to connect with you guys. And it's not that difficult to do. You know, I just sat here in the car while my wife is right there. Right there. So, anyways, appreciate the support. Stay tuned. We got a lot of videos coming up. And as always, guys, God is in control.